Afternoon, everyone. Let's have another kapihan sa Senado for this week. And our guest for today is the Chairman of Committee on National Defense and Security, Peace, Unification, and Reconciliation. Let us all welcome Senate President Pro Tempore Jinggoy Estrada. Hi, sir. Magandang hapon.
Good afternoon. Again, my privilege and my honor to be your guest here in Kapihan sa Senado.
Do you have any opening statement, sir?
Wala, diretso na.
So, Q&A. Sir, on the hearing sexual abuse sa showbiz industry, may mga criticism the way you handled the hearing last Tuesday? Monday ba? Tuesday.
Monday.
And then may open letter ho si Karen Davila appealing to lawmakers to stop victim blaming, treat victims with compassion and sensitivity. Kasi daw yung pagbuhay sa ganong traumatic experience is horrific, more so in a public hearing. Would you like to comment on that, sir?
With regard to the criticisms that have been thrown against me, I will just issue a statement with regards to that. Okay. I understand that my recent questionings in a Senate hearing gave the public impression of me being harsh, insensitive, and apathetic. It was never my intention to victim blame or humiliate those who have come out to disclose the tragic realities happening in the movie industry or the entertainment industry, but rather to address a systemic issue that has been hurting our artists and workers. My passionate approach, which did not sit well with the public monitoring the proceedings, stems from a deep frustration that these problems have persisted for years. Parte po ako ng industriyang ito. Kaya alam ko na matagal na po ito nangyayari. At patuloy na nangyayari. Pero takot lumantad ang mga biktima, nahiyang magsalita. Ang mga isyong ito ay pabulong lamang na pinag-uusapan. Wala po akong intensyon na baliwalain ang nararamdaman ng mga biktima ng pang-aabuso, sexual abuse, or sexual harassment. Wala po. Ngunit, bilang parte ng industriyang ito, hindi ko kukonsintihin ang ginawa ng sinasabing may otoridad o kapangyarihan sa industriya. In fact, I condemn all forms of violence regardless of gender, particularly in this industry where abuses, katulad ng sinasabi ko, have been ongoing for so long. Alam nyo, kung ang kapalit ng bashings na ipinupukol sa akin o ang galit ng publiko ay para mas patuloy na pag-uusapan ng usapin ng pang-aabuso sa mga maliliit na artista o samahan sa industriya o para magkaroon ng mas malawak na kamalayan at pagkilos laban sa pang-aabuso, hindi lamang sa entertainment industry, kundi pati na rin sa iba't ibang sektor, ay malugod kong tatanggapin. In fact, mukhang naputol kasi yung video footage nung nagkaroon kami ng executive session wherein tinawag ko pa nga si Gerard Santos, and we spoke. I talked to him candidly. Then I asked him what was his plan. Sabi niya he wanted to file a case after 19 years, no. So, he even went up to my office. He even thanked me. Sabi ko, sige, kung ano, tutulungan kita. So, sabi niya, hindi niya kayang afford yung attorney's fees. So, sabi ko, sige, I'll be willing to help you. But at any rate, doon naman sa kaso ni Sandro. When I asked Sandro to narrate what happened, pinigilan siya ng abogada niya. Doon medyo ako na off dahil all the while I thought Sandro was already willing to narrate everything what transpired during that tragic evening. So medyo napagalitan ko lang yung abogada ni Sandro for giving advice. For me, it's a wrong move na hindi niya ilantad yung mga pangyayari. Pero sa akin naman palagay, kung medyo hindi na for public consumption yung kanyang sasabihin, I will let him stop, no? Kasi hindi na maganda. So kaya kami nagkaroon ng executive session.
Sir, do you think yung pangyayari na hindi napanood yung buong hearing ang naging dahilan kaya nagkaroon ng impression, naging harsh kayo dun sa ilang
that's
victim?
what I feel, no. Pero rest assured, I am with you all the way. Kay Sandro, kay Gerard, at sa lahat ng mga biktima ng ganitong klaseng pang-abuso. Kaysa niyo ako.
Sir, do you think there is a necessity na parang may consultation with DSWD paano mag-handle ng ganitong kaso? Kasi di ba, parang kung dapat ba in public, in-narrate ng mga victim yung nangyari. Kasi nga, traumatic sa kanila yun para sabihin pa rin uli in public.
Well, the reason why they went to the Senate is that the father of Sandro, si Mr. Nino Mulak, I think approached Senator Bong Revilla kasi they are very close. At I think Sandro narrated to Senator Bong what really transpired. And I think in fairness to Senator Bong, sabi niya idulog niya lang sa NBI yung kanyang case. But si Senator Robin wanted to hear the case kasi syempre in aid of legislation dahil yung para palakasin natin yung batas tungkol sa mga sexual harassment na ganitong klaseng issue.
So sir, dun sa dalawang hearing, ano na yung initial findings based dun sa mga nag-gather nyo na mga informations? May nakita na ba kayo na ano yung dapat na legislate para wag na maulit ito? At,
Well, that is the call of the chair of the Committee on Public Info and Mass Media. And I can contribute, I can also have my own inputs in helping craft the committee report.
Sir, yung isa sa mga nirereklamo, yung independent contractor na si Nones ba yun? Naka-detain ngayon sa
Yes.
Senate. So,
I was the one who cited him in contempt because he continuously was evading the question, which is only answerable by yes or no. Hindi ko pa nga tinatanong yung mga nakasaad sa affidavit ni Sandro Mulak sa NBI because I already have a copy of that particular affidavit. Meron ko mga kopya. And I was only asking about his offer of financial assistance sa isang charitable institution of their choice, which was corroborated by an affidavit by Attorney Annette Coson, who is the Senior Vice President of GMA7, who was present during that meeting. So ayaw pa rin naman. He was really very evasive in answering the question.
I heard you visited him.
Yes.
Na-convince yun na ba? May nakuha ba kayong
Wala.
information from him?
Ayaw pa rin umamin.
And I heard nag-complain po siya. May reklamo yung abogado niya kay SP Chis.
Hindi magreklamo siya.
Sir, ano particularly yung nirereklamo ng kampo ni Nones? Ano yung...
Pinipilit ko raw ng umamin. Well, it's true that I asked point blank the question, meron ba kayong ginawa dun sa bata? Hinalay niyo ba yung bata? Sabi ko, I will not divulge it to the media. Just tell me the truth. Wala po ginagawang masama sa bata. Sabi ko, kaya ko rin gawin yan.
Pero sir, doon sa initial communication nyo kana Nino Mulak at saka kay Sandro, ito ba yung may mga
Yung dalawa,
parehon?
pareho. Parehong mga ginawang kalaswaan. Where's the affidavit?
And sir, do you think naman yung GMA7 hindi nagkulang sa
I
pag-aksyon?
don't think so. Because nung idinulog nila sa GMA7, nung nireklamo nila yung dalawang independent contractors, agad-agad naman na inaksyonan ng GMA7, they issued a preventive suspension order. So they're suspended from doing any shows. sa GMA 7.
Any related question?
Pero ano,
Okay. Raymond.
so hanggang kailan magtatagal si Jojo Nones dyan?
Hanggat magsabi siya ng totoo. Hanggat sagutin niya yung mga tanong ng committee.
So wala pang abiso, sir, na handa na siya magsalita next hearing?
I don't know.
So next Tuesday, sir, another hearing.
Yes, I think Senator Robin as the chair scheduled another hearing on Tuesday.
Sir, aside dito sa kay Sandro tsaka yung si Gerald, may mga additional pa kayong info na hindi lang sila, marami pang
Marami
mga,
pa. This has been prevalent since the 90s. Pati hindi lang mga teenage boys.
Oo.
Pati yung mga babae. Meron din yan.
So it is about time
Alam mo,
to do something.
For example ako. Pero hindi naman nangyari sa akin dahil hindi naman ako kasing ganda lalaki ng mga iba dyan. Aspiring actor ako. Bata. Gusto ko sumikat. Gusto ko magkaroon ng project. Tapos itong mga ito, sige, bigyan kita ng project. Kakast kita sa ganyan. They're luring, nilulure nila yung mga bagong artista. Siyempre, ako, gusto ko sumikat,
Susunod ka na.
susunod ako. Di ba? Yun ang mga nangyayari ever since. That is why I want to put this into a stop. Tigilan na natin to. Kaya kailangan palakasin natin yung batas tungkol sa sexual harassment.
So sir, palakasin, ibig sabihin, yung penalty,
Hindi lamang yung penalty, meron na, akin yung Facebook, yung
May nakakita.
iPad ko. Anyway, ilalad ko lang sa inyo yung mga inputs ko sa committee report.
okay. So may identified na ano yung mga
Yes.
ile-legislate nyo o amihandahan
Yes.
nyo na batas. May bagong batas kayo na isusulong o amendment lang doon sa existing law?
Depende. Depende. Baka may bagong batas tayo i-introduce. Basta we are doing this in fairness to the Committee on Public Info and Mass Media. Maglalabas tayo ng committee report at isusulong natin yung mga batas na dapat related dito sa issue na ito.
Before Cecil, sir, the mere fact na may mga criticisms nga, ang impression hindi naging maganda yung pag-handle, do you think makukumbinsin nyo pa na freely umattend ng hearing yung mga victims sa Senate?
I think so.
Dahil hindi naman ganun yung kanilang pakiramdam.
Hindi. Sabi ko nga, kaisa nila ako dito. Kakampi nila ako dito, hindi nila ako kalaban dito. I condemn all forms of sexual harassment, all forms of violence, etc., etc.
And walang additional na mga taga-showbiz na gustong mag-testify na naging victim din.
I heard yung sa TV5, nag-reach out na yata sa committee. I'm not sure. But inaksyon ng kagad ng TV5, I think tinanggal na
Sinuspend
yata.
na.
Hindi, tinanggal.
Tinanggal.
From the service yung
Nirereklamo.
nirereklamo.
Okay, Cecil.
Sir, two things. Yung panawagan natin doon sa mga biktima na hanggang ngayon ay tumatahimik for fear na, di ba, parang natatakot at nahihiya. And at the same time, yung warning doon sa mga perpetrators.
Doon sa mga nabiktima na, they can come out in the open and come here in the Senate and I'm willing to give a helping hand to all of them.
Hindi sila dapat mahiya.
Hindi na sila dapat na mahiya.
Doon sa warning, sir, sa mga nagkukumit pa rin despite itong mga ganito.
Umanda na sila dahil magpapasa tayo ng panukalang batas, a stiffer penalty against them.
Okay, no more Okay, Camille.
Sir, na-mention na merong pinasinghot na white
Yeah. Thank you for bringing that up now. That is one of my major concern. Base sa affidavit, may drugs involved. Okay. Allegedly, accordingly, kay Mr. Sandro Mulak, nag-abot si Jojo Nones ng 500 peso bill folded like a straw Pinold like a straw. Tapos binigay kay Sandro. Tinanong ni Sandro, para saan po ito? Akala ni Sandro pambayad ng parking fee or whatever. Hindi, magagamit mo rin yan. Sabi ni Jojo Nones. And after a while, itong Jojo Nones nag-pour ng white powdery substance sa table. Tapos meron yatang yung key card sa hotel. Parang ganun. Parang pinapino yata yung powdery substance para maging smooth. And then, after which, pinasinghot ni Jojo Nones si Sandro. At umayaw si Sandro, hindi po ako nagda-drugs. Eh siguro, nag-wine na nag-wine, pinainom nung dalawang independent contractors.
Nung lalasing.
Siguro na hilo, tumikim ngayon ito, pinatikim. Pinasinghot. I mean, sa isang butas lang daw ng ilong. So medyo na, I do not know what kind of drugs yung, but it appears, according to, based on my own investigation, it appears to be cocaine.
Is there a possible additional case against them?
Yes, yes. Where did they get those drugs? And who supplied them those drugs?
Natanong niyo sila, sir, about that?
Hindi, tatanungin ko. Hindi, they keep on denying it. They keep on denying. Wala raw silang masamang ginawa. Niiyak pa. Kaya din namin yun.
Na umiyak.
Oo. Kaliwa o kanan?
May follow-up ka ba, Camille? Okay na. Okay na, more. Other issue na tayo.